Hi, thank you for coming here today. My name is Red. How can I help you? Just kidding. Today I'm going to be reading some r/Tales from Retail. So get ready to hear some stories about entitled, crazy, weird customers. Customer wants item delivered to home. Outraged when I ask him his address. Back in 2013, I was working at a branch of a large upmarket department store chain in South London. A couple of blokes from Eastern Europe came in wanting to buy a kettle and asked what the options were for them to pick it up later. One of them did not speak. I suspect his English was not good. The other had reasonable English. I explained that they could pick it up right away as we had them in stock. If they wanted to, they could pick it up later in the day from Click and Collect. Or, for a fee, we could deliver it to their address provided the address was in UK or Ireland. They chose delivery option. I put the details of what they wanted to buy into the computer and came to the section where I had to put in delivery details. That was when the fun began. Could I ask your address, please?
Why do you want to know my address?
Because you said you wanted it delivered.
But why do you need to know my address?
That is how we know where to deliver your package. Otherwise, we won't know where to deliver it.
But it is your job to know these things.
It's my job to ask you. I'm not a psychic and I don't automatically know your address.
But I don't feel comfortable giving my address out. I don't know you and I want to preserve my privacy.
I understand that, sir, but if you won't give me your address, then I can't have your kettle delivered to you. There are 20 million addresses in the UK, and if I pick one at random, chances are it won't be yours. Now, either you can tell me your address, or you can pick it up at Click and Collect, or you can take it with you now.
You're an idiot!
At that point, I had enough, and his insult was a good enough pretext to end the conversation. I informed him I was not going to be taking personal abuse and that I would not be serving him further. He muttered something to his friend in their language and moved away. Thankfully, I never saw him again, and no doubt he went to annoy some other underpaid customer service guy with his tomfoolery until he got his kettle. I've worked in retail, so I completely have seen customers this stupid and had very similar conversations with customers actually. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, here's another one. Hi, I'm more important than your other customers. I had about 3 people in line, and just as I was about to serve the next person, a lady cuts in and puts her clothing items on the counter. Can I leave these here while I quickly go and look at some other things? They can't be left on the counter, but I can put them on hold for you until you're ready. Oh no, I want them now. I just want to quickly look at something over there, but you can start scanning them now so they'll be ready for when I come back. I look at her, then look at the line of customers I have yet to serve. No, sorry, I need to serve the customers that are already in line. I honestly can't believe I had to state that out loud to a grown woman. Some people are just totally oblivious to what's going on around them. It's really scary, especially when you consider they drive cars. Okay, here's the next story. No, sir, you can't use your large knife to test the sauces before purchase. I'm the manager in a deli of a large southern chain grocery store. I was heading back from lunch and cut through the international foods aisle. There I saw this older man in army-style khakis kind of hunched over his cart. Because of his older age, my immediate concern was something was wrong. I had a customer in my last deli job have a heart attack in the aisle and die, so I guess I'm more susceptible to notice these things and feel concern. I started to slow down to check on him and see if he needed help. However, I saw that he had a bottle of soy sauce in one hand and a large hunting knife in the other that he's using to cut open the bottle. My new concern is for the safety of everyone else. I mean, this was a Crocodile Dundee-sized knife. Given that I'm a smaller woman, I made the choice not to confront the man myself and use the headset to page for help. I said there was a man in aisle X with a huge hunting knife opening bottles. The response I got was a baffled, "There's what?" No, you didn't hear that wrong. Luckily for us, our store is frequented by local firefighters and police officers. 2 local firemen overheard me and came rushing over to see the guy. Immediately the yelling started. They told him to put away the weapon and he started yelling that he only wanted to test the sauces to find which one I like. Turns out there were 5 already open bottles back on the shelf. The firefighters blocked off the aisle to prevent other shoppers from getting near as the store manager told him he had to leave. Luckily, an on-duty cop had come in for dinner and stepped in to escort the man outside and remove him from the property while he hollered and shouted the whole time that he did nothing wrong. We are still baffled to this day about just what that guy was thinking. We now use it to judge customer levels. Is he you're out of X item crazy or using a knife to test the sauces crazy? Oh, thank goodness there were firefighters and police officers there, because that could have got really out of hand. But who tests sauces like that? Like, I mean, seriously. And how do you get to that age that you don't know what soy sauce tastes like? No. No. Okay, here's the next story. He wants us to pay him for stuff he bought somewhere else? I'm a mechanic in an auto shop, and we have this regular we'll call Frank come in all the time to get his oil changed and everything on his '07 truck. He usually requests I perform his oil change because he likes the way I do it. I realized the other day I hadn't seen Frank's truck in a while, but didn't think much of it because I was promoted from oil change tech to a higher level where I do more than just oil changes. Now I do brakes and suspension work a lot of the time, with a few oil changes to fill in open spots. I assumed Frank's oil change was being done by one of the oil change techs. After months, I got Frank's truck for an oil change today, and I didn't realize anything was wrong until after I'd finished and turned in the keys and saw Frank arguing with the service advisor. We'll call Greg. I went on to my next job, and after Frank left, I asked Greg what Frank was angry about, and Greg tells me that Frank was trying to get us to reimburse him for the money he spent buying his own filter and oil that he changed himself over the past months, because he couldn't get an appointment slot for me to change his oil. I was just dumbfounded. Now, Frank has always been a very meticulous customer, but I never expected that just because he couldn't get in for me to change his oil, that he would do it himself and ask us to pay him for changing his own oil. Frank's excuse? He had to do our job for us by changing his own oil. Oh my goodness! Oh, that's hilarious! Oh, Frank. Oh, Frank. Oh, Frank. I hope you guys enjoyed those r/tales from retail, read by me, Red. If you did, please give the video a like because that really helps me out. And don't forget to subscribe as well so that you can be reminded when I post videos, which is every day. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.